cute. Go. We are talking, trying to figure out amongst ourselves whether there is a modern-day comedy team, a la Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, all those great names. Do you think that David Spade and Chris Farley are the new emerging comedy team for the 90s?
I don't know about that, David. We just like working together, and we'll continue to do so as long as they like to see our movies, like, you know, they did Tommy Boy. So hopefully they'll like this one, and then if that goes well, you know, I love working with Spade. He's a good buddy of mine.
Yeah, he is. I mean, what about the comfort level of working with an actor? Is that important, or does working with someone you've never worked with before add something to the performance? I mean, which do you like to do?
Well, I like to work with somebody that I worked before, but you know, I think you can have that element. Even you get a vibe. David and I clung together from the get-go, from Saturday Night Live, you know, and we just hung out together, and we have a lot of experience together, on and off work, you know. So that does help. I think, to the comedy that we do. You know, we can give and take naturally, you know. But you can get that from somebody you just, you know, meet, and as long as you hang out and like the person, you know.
As an artist, you know, you're always trying to be, I mean, if you've had success, you're trying to give people what they found that they liked about you to begin with, yet, whether it's a novel or a movie or whatever, yet you sort of need to break new ground so that you don't do Tommy Boy 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. Do you feel like you've accomplished that here? I mean, for whatever reason, you know, for the audience that came to Tommy Boy and said, yeah, I'd like to see that again, without sort of seeing the same movie. Do you think this is sort of like the same but different? You didn't get that?
Hear what you were saying. Yeah, I think this is different. You know, this is a little more knockdown, drag-out comedy than Comedy Boy was, and we took out the story, plot, and character development. No, I
Don't
think
need it.
right. I think that. Just, get the jokes in there. You know, it's a long stand-up routine. No, but yeah, I think they're going to get something a little bit different out of this. There are a lot more gags in this one, that's for sure. You know, a lot more comedy.
Yeah, you go through the ringer in this. I mean, you slide down the mountain, you get bonked in the head, fall down the bunk bed. I mean, on and on and on and on. Is that harder or easier, different than telling a joke, delivering a funny line? I mean, tell me about the physicality of the role.
Yeah, it is different than telling a joke, you know, or doing something like that. Physical comedy is it's situational. You have to, you know, set it up with this is what he's walking into, you know, and then do that, and it's for the eyes and not the ears, you know. Maybe it'll I don't know what's happening.
You're drawing a blank. I can tell. Well, let's fill in the blank. What are you doing next?
What am I doing next? I'm doing a movie called Beverly Hills Ninja starting in February, and then I'm doing another one called Edwards and Hunt starting in May.
Both comedies?
Both comedies.
Is a dramatic role in the offing?
That would be nice. I would like that.
Yeah,
Two
seriously?
comedies after this, and then maybe we will. I always like to pump the heart into the comedies, too, that I tried to do in Tommy Boy and tried to do in this one, too. You know, because it's something that I think the audience can enjoy in addition to comedy, and they're along for the ride once they empathize with the character.
Yeah, great. Good answer to end on.